All right, Landon Kane out front, 26.05 in the works. Got BG 26.13, Julian 26.13 as well. Ryan 25.01, Jordan 25.05, Jeff 24.11, Lucas 22.11. All right, a minute 30 down, 4:30 to go. Landon King going 13-8 that time by. Got Brian a 14-0. Ryan going 13-9. Jordan a 14-0. Julian 14-2. Jeff a 14-2. Lucas a 15-0. Yeah, 150 down, 4:10 to go, drivers. All right, 2 minutes down, 4 minutes to go.
4 minutes left.
Landon going 13-5, looking alive. But he backs it up with a 15-1. Yeah, 2:15 down, 3:45 remaining. So Landon out front, 26.07. Brian 25.01. Julian at 25.10. Jordan 24 flat. Jeff 24 flat. Ryan 24.12. And Lucas 23.12. Yeah, 3:25 remaining, drivers. Landon 3.4 ahead of Brian. Brian 3.2 ahead of Julian. Julian 1.4 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 0.9 ahead of Jeff. Yeah, Jeff 4.2 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 7 up on Lucas. Got 3 minutes down.
3 minutes left.
All right, race leader Landon Kane down the back straight. The white with the blue on blue. Got Brian in the 2 spot. Jordan in the 3. All right, we got 3:20 down, 2:40 to go. Landon, Brian, Jordan, Julian, Jeff, Ryan, Lucas, your full order at this time. Closest battle right now, going to be mid-pack. Got Julian half a second up on Jordan. Jordan 1.7 ahead of Jeff. That's the battle for 3, 4, and 5 right now. Got 2:15 remaining. Oh, Landon 26.08. Brian 25.02. Julian 25.09. Jordan 25.13. Jeff 25.13. Ryan 24.05. Lucas 23.05.
2 minutes left.
2 minutes left, drivers. Landon now 6 seconds up on Brian. Brian 7 ahead of Jeff. Jeff 0.8 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 0.8 ahead of Julian. Julian 2.7 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 10 ahead of Lucas. Okay, we got 90 seconds left, drivers. A minute 30. So Landon picking up the pace a little now. It's a 26.06. Brian 25.02. Jeff 25.12. Jordan 25.13. Julian a 24 flat. Ryan 24.03. And Lucas 23.02. A minute 10 remains, drivers.
One minute left.
Okay, you heard the man. A minute to go. Landon going 13.5 once again, matching his fast lap. Wow, Landon getting a wheel up on like 3 dots that lap. Keeping those lines tight. That's how you get in the 13s. Tight lines. Oh, a little trouble with traffic there. 20 seconds to go, drivers. Leader down the back straight. Yeah, second place, not too far behind him. About a 10-second differential on the clock. Oh, and Landon gets it wrong. 5 seconds left. Landon's pace 26:10.
Ryan R. Randall done. Lucas Zachiglowski done. Rice Cakes done. Jump and land and done. Julian
And
Taylor
that
done.
will be a race.
Jordan Rivera done.
Yeah, Landon Kane going
All drivers are
26:10.
finished.
Brian Gross
Too soon, Junior
25:05. Jeff going 25:10. Jordan 25:12. Ryan 24:02. Julian 25:0. Ryan 24:02. Julian 24:04. And Lucas 23:01.
The race is completed.
All right, moving into race number 4. Race number 4. Antonio
George
George
Lake.
Bryant, Kevin Nelson, Mike, and Art.
Antonio Council. Kevin Allen. Leader. Gumpa.
Looks like Brian pulled out the mod
Nelson
car.
B. AJ Cardinale.
Yeah, I'm starting to realize I might not be man enough for mod. You know, I kind of need something quick and easy, you know, if I'm announcing races and got to run down there to race. Yeah, I might chicken out. Yes. Well, your body was bitch hand. But there was a guy I used to work with, we nicknamed. Yeah. Because, like, every time, like, dude, you have to, like, turn the knob harder. You have to, like, hit it harder. So I started calling him. No. The other one. Yeah. And then eventually it evolved into Models Day Got Ball. Yeah. All right, folks, let's line them up. All right, Antonio first, George 2, Brian 3, Kevin 4, Nelson 5, Mike 6, Art 7. All right, we're going with Antonio on the Tonio. George, Brian, Kevin, Nelson, Mike, and Art. So, yeah, it is One Class Wednesday. It's technically a runway you brung, so if you guys want to bring a mod buggy on Wednesday, I mean, I'm not going to stop you. You know, the wall or, you know, the dots might stop you, but I won't. All right, Antonio opens this one up, a 13 flat. How about that? This time by 13.2. So that'll put Antonio's pace provisionally at a 28.07. Got Bryant 27.12, George 27.13, Kevin 25 flat, Nelson 25.04, Mike 24 flat, and Art 24.07. 1 minute down.
Left.
5 minutes left. Oh, last lap, George going 13.4. A minute 15 down, 4:45 remains. Antonio, George Bryant, Nelson, Kevin, Mike, and Art. All right, Antonio Council, 28.08, doing great. George, 26.01, Bryant, 26.07, Nelson, 25.09, Kevin, 25.09, Mike, 24 flat, Art, 23.06. Antonio going 12.9 that last time by. Backs it up
4
at
minutes left.
12.7. We got 2:05 down, 3:55 to go. Bryant going 13-1 that last lap. Got 3:45 to go. Antonio George Bryant, your top three, followed by Nelson, Kevin, Mike, Art. All right, 3:25 remains. So Antonio now 9 seconds up on George Lynn. George 1.1 ahead of Bryant. Bryant 7 seconds ahead of Nelson. Nelson 2.7 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 2 seconds ahead of Mike. And Mike 5.4 ahead of Art. Got 2:55 remaining in this one. Okay, we got 2:30 to go, drivers. Antonio 28:08. George almost on a 27 lapper. Bryant 26:04. Mike 24:01. Nelson 24:01 as well. Kevin 24:03 and Art 24:10. Antonio hitting the fast guy line at the Martini. 12:08. Doing great.
2 minutes left.
2 minutes to go, drivers. Antonio now 13 seconds up on George. George 1.4 ahead of Bryant. Bryant 18 ahead of Mike. Mike 1 second ahead of Kevin. Kevin 0.1 ahead of Nelson. Nelson 4 seconds ahead of Art. Got a minute 35 remaining in this race. All right, a minute 25 to go, drivers. Antonio 28 lapper in the works. George 27:13, Bryant 26:02. Kevin 24:01, Mike 24:01, Nelson 24:02, and Art 24:07. So the real battle right now, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Kevin less than a second ahead of Mike. Mike 1 second ahead of Nelson. Nelson 2.3 ahead of Art. Oh, Mike with a good landing there. Able to ride out that donkey flip. "40 seconds remain, drivers. "30 seconds remain. And we got George and Bryant now 0.2 of a second apart. So that's another battle here to the finish. Looks like Kevin able to put some distance between himself and Mike. Mike, though, 0.3 ahead of Nelson. 10 seconds left.
George Lynn done. Going
Whoa,
done.
back straight, back straight, back straight, back straight.
Leader done. AJ Cardinale done.
Two more. Oh, Kevin, you're not done.
Antonio Council done.
Here, I'll do you a solid here.
All drivers are finished. Kevin Allen done.
All right,
race is
Antonio
completed.
taking that one 28-12. George to 26 flat. Bryant to 26:02. Kevin to 25. Nelson going 24:02. Mike 24:04. Art 24:06. All right, moving into stadium truck, guys. A little car swapperoo.
Patrick Brill.
All right, let's get all of our drivers from race number 4 out here. It is truck time.
James Colicchio. Jordan Rivera. Too soon
Truck
Junior.
time.
Jump and land N. Ryan R. Randall. Rice Cakes.
All right, got our marshals out here. Got our trucks on track. Starting order will be Jordan 1, Brian 2, Landon 3, Ryan 4, Patrick 5, James 6, Jeff 7. All right, we're going with Jordan on the tone. Brian, Landon, Ryan, Patrick, James, and Jeff. Careful up front, guys. Careful up front. All right, got BG a 14-4, Jordan a 15-0. 30 seconds down. This is Stadium Truck. It's basically like driving a buggy on big, fluffy pillow tires. It's like driving a buggy on a cloud. 55 seconds down, 5:05 to go.
5 minutes left.
Yeah, Landon, Jordan, Patrick, Jeff, James, Brian, Ryan, your early running order. We're just past a minute down. All right, Landon Kane now 24:03 for pace. Jordan 24:10. Brian 23 flat. Patrick 23:04. Jeff 23:06. James 23:08. Ryan 22:12. All right, a minute 45 down. 4:15 remains. Landon, Brian, Jordan, your top three, followed by Patrick, James, Jeff, Ryan. 2 minutes in, 4 minutes to go. Landon currently 2 seconds up, 1.6 ahead of Brian. Brian 0.9 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 4 seconds ahead of James. James 0.1 ahead of Patrick. Patrick 0.7 ahead of Jeff. And Jeff 2.9 ahead of Ryan. Yeah, 2:20 down, 3:40 to go. All right, 3:30 remaining. Fastest lap here, Brian Gross, 14:1. All right, leaders are coming up on some traffic here, and they have found that traffic. So Landon and Brian are your leaders. And Jordan. So right now, Landon 1 second ahead of Brian. Brian,
minutes
3
left.
seconds ahead of Jordan. Jordan, 2.5 ahead of Patrick. Patrick, 2.1 ahead of Ryan. Ryan, 2.2 ahead of Jeff. And Jeff, 1.2 ahead of James. Got 2:50 to go, drivers. Just past halfway. Careful, double on the right. Okay, drivers, got 2:20 to go. Right now, Brian Gross taking it over, 24:03. Landon, 24:04. Jordan, 24:11. Patrick, 23:13. Ryan now, 23:11. Got James, 22:05. And Jeff,
2 minutes left.
22:06. Just under 2 minutes remain, drivers. Minute 45 remains. So BG now 1.2 ahead of Landon. That's down to 0.8. Landon 4.2 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 13 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 2.7 ahead of Patrick. Patrick 3.2 ahead of Jeff. Jeff 0.8 ahead of James. Got minute 20 to go, drivers. Minute 10 remains.
One minute left.
Brian, Landon, Jordan, Ryan, Patrick, James, Jeff. Your full running order here. Yeah, 45 seconds remaining here. $35 seconds left. $25 seconds remain. $15 seconds. Closest battle is actually now going to be for the lead. Landon and Jordan, 1.4 apart. Looks like BG having a 19-second lap in there. That knocked him back to the 3 spot. Keep on going, drivers. Keep on going. Careful up front, chicane.
Jordan Rivera done. Jump and land and done.
Wow, Landon pulling up the
Ryan R.
bootstraps
Randall
on the
done.
final lap.
Rice cakes done. James Colicchio done.
One
Patrick
more,
Brill
one
done.
more. And
All
that
drivers are
will
finished.
be a race.
Too soon Junior done.
So, Landon going 24:02, Jordan 24:04, Brian 24:12, Ryan 23:05, Patrick 23:11, Jeff 23:15, James 22:06.
The race is completed.
All right, guys, got a little track maintenance. Track maintenance. Track is closed. All right, guys, get the main events figured out, and I'll come back to you in just a few minutes. All right, guys, just letting you all know, for the 13.5 truck main event, we're going to need some help. 3 of you guys are back-to-back, so. Yeah, if we don't get any help, you're only going to have 3 marshals. Just letting you guys know. So if you can get some volunteer marshals ahead of time, that would be appreciated. Otherwise, you're going to have 3 marshals. All right, race number 1. Oh, well, let me tell you how the game's going to be played tonight. Doing 8-car mains. So, gonna have an 8-car D main. Top 2 will progress to the C, which will make an 8-car C main. Top 2 will progress to the B, and so forth. Top 2 from the B to the A. So, our D main is going to be Roger King Ben, Joe, Anthony, James, Martin, and Rich. Our C main right now is Art, Patrick, Tim, Alec, Lucas, and John. B main, Ryan, Jeff, Kevin, Nelson, Julian, Mike. And A main, Antonio, George, Bryant, Landon, Brian, and Jordan. All right, so top 2 from each lower main will advance. And we'll get this party started, let's say about 5 minutes. So yeah, guys who are back-to-back, A main and truck, get some volunteers.
Roderick McLeod.
All right, folks, it is time for your main events.
James Colicchio. Anthony Zachiglowski.
All right, we're looking for some turn marshals,
King Arroyo.
please. I got my truck drivers.
Long Ben.
Oh, I can actually see the moon through one of the side windows. Looking fairly full.
Joe Colicchio.
All right.
Rich Bright.
Looking for one more car to get checked in. And I'm looking for a host of truck drivers to marshal this race. That'll be Jordan, Landon, Brian, Ryan, Patrick, Jeff, and James. Well, James is in this one. Let's get everybody else. All right, Jordan, Landon, Brian, Ryan, Patrick, Jeff. I need your help, guys. It is that time.
Martin Arroyo.
All right, let's line them up, guys. It's going to be Roderick on the 1, King on the 2, Ben on the 3, Joe on the 4, Anthony on the 5, James on the 6, Martin on the 7, Rich on the 8. All right, folks. We're about ready to go racing. Drivers, best of luck. Brian in the planking position. We're going racing in less than 5. Oh. All right, less than 5. We got Roderick out front, King in the 2, followed by Joe and Anthony. Martin with a good start. 15 seconds in. All right, we got 25 in, 5:35 to go. Oh, careful on the back straight. Other side. Awesome. Good job, Brian. 45 seconds in, 5:15 to go. Right now it's Roderick out front, Joe in the 2, followed by King, Martin, Ben, Anthony, James, and Rich. Remember, guys, top 2 cars will get to race the next one.
5 minutes left.
It's a race to keep on racing. Careful up front, guys. Chicane up front. So we got Roderick about 4 seconds ahead of Joe. Joe 2.3 ahead of King. King less than 1 second ahead of Dad. Now Martin 3.9 ahead of Anthony. Anthony 2.8 ahead of James. James just ahead of Ben. Ben takes the tumble. It's going to be a long lap. 130 down, 4:30 to go. All right, we got minute 45 down, 4:15 to go. All right, yellow car coming up on some traffic. Yellow car is the leader. Our second place car now going to be King Arroyo.
4 minutes
He's driving that purple and green ride. Got Martin in the 3, followed by Joe, James, Anthony, Ben, Rich. 3:50 to remains. Yeah, Roderick 2.9 ahead of King. King 4 ahead of Martin. Martin 0.3 ahead of Joe. Joe 1.5 ahead of James. James 2 ahead of Anthony. Anthony half a second ahead of Ben. 2:25 down, 3:35 remains. All right, Roderick going up 14-9. Well, this time by Roderick just 1.8 ahead of King. King 4.5 ahead of Martin. Martin 1.7 ahead of Joe. Joe 0.7 ahead of James. James 3.5 ahead of Anthony. And Anthony 4.2 ahead of Ben.
3 minutes left.
All right, 3 down, 3 to go, drivers. Whoa, oh, back straight, back straight. And that's likely going to put King up to the top spot. $2.40 remains. Right now it's King 1.5 ahead of Roderick. Roderick 3.8 ahead of James. James right now, the man on the charge. 3:30 in, 2:30 to go. James going 14-7 that time by. He is closing in on the leaders. Yeah, 2:15 remaining, drivers. King half a second ahead of Roderick. Roderick 2.5 ahead of James. James 4 seconds ahead of Martin. Got 4 minutes down.
2 minutes left.
King of 15-4 that time by, trying to hold off that yellow car. They're less than half a second apart. 1:45 remains. Minute 35 remaining here. Minute 30 to go. King going 15-3 that time around. I'll put him about 4/10 ahead of Roderick. Roderick 3 seconds up on James. Yeah, minute 15 to go, drivers, 75 seconds. King, Roderick, James, your top 3, followed by Joe, Anthony, Martin, Ben, and Rich.
1 minute left.
55 seconds to go, drivers. And trouble for Roderick there. That's going to put James up to the 2 spot. 40 seconds left. This time around, King 2.4 ahead of James. James 2.8 ahead of Roderick. Roderick this time around 3.4 ahead of Joe. Yeah, 25 seconds left. Careful, back straight. All clear. Yeah, 15 seconds left, drivers. You know, Anthony, you're not supposed to do that.
Long been done.
All right, go ahead, go ahead. Just so you know, don't do that anymore, please.
Rich Bright done. Martin Arroyo done. King Arroyo done. James Colicchio done. Joe Colicchio
All right, that'll be a race, guys. That'll be a race.
Roderick McLeod done.
And it's going to be
All drivers
King
are finished.
and James
Anthony
making their way
Suchilowski
to
done.
the C main event. All right, our podium for this one's going to be Roderick, Martin, Joe want to grab your cars, head to the podium for a quick picture. Roderick, Martin, and Joe. All right, King and James advancing to the C main event. King James.
Tim Albert, Lucas Sichiglowski, John Milio, AJ Cardinale.
All right, podium is going to be Roderick, Martin, and Joe. Let's get you guys up there quickly, please.
King Arroyo, Alec Painter, James Colicchio. Patrick Brill,
All right, this is our C group on track. I'm looking for turn marshals. Need a little help up front. All right, got Anthony, got Joe, got Ben. See, got Martin. All right, Rich is down here. How about Roderick? Roderick, I need you on the left side, please. Roderick, I need you to turn marshal, please. All right, starting lineup is going to be Art on the 1, Patrick 2, Tim 3, Alec 4, Lucas 5, John 6, King 7, James 8. All right, same story here. The top 2 cars will advance to the next race, which will be our B main event. All right, best of luck, drivers. We're going racing less than 5. Here we go. All right, we got Art Cardinale out front. All right, Cardinale going 15-0. Alec going 15-3. Gap between those two drivers, 1.6. Got Alec 1.7 ahead of, well, looks like Tim now making his way up to the 3 spot. Yeah, 45 seconds down. Art 2 seconds up on Alec. Alec 1 second up on Tim. Tim 0.7 ahead of John. John 1.7 ahead of Lucas. Lucas half a second up on King.
Left.
All right, we got a minute 5 down, 4:55 remaining. All right, 1:15 down, 4:45 remains. Cardinale out front. Art, Alec, John, Lucas, Tim, James, Patrick, King, your full running order. All right, $1:30 down, 4:30 left. All right, leader over the martini glass. Alec in the 2 spot. He last time by 2.5 back. This time around margin 2.1. Alec Painter going 14.9. John Milio going 14.9. And a couple laps ago, Lucas going
left.
fast lap of the race, 14.4. All right, we're just past 2 minutes down, just under 4 minutes remaining. Art, Alec, John, Lucas, Tim, James, King, Patrick, your running order now. Yeah, 3:40 left. Alec going 14.4 that time by. bringing the gap down to less than 1 second. Got Lucas up to the 3 spot. 3:25 to go. Art 14.9 of his own that time around. 2:40 down, 3:20 left. Art, Alec, Lucas, Tim, John, James, King, Patrick. We got 2:55 down, 3:05 to go.
3 minutes left.
Art going 14.6. And trouble for Alec. Careful with that double on the right. That is getting cleared up. 2:50 to go. Art now 4 seconds up on Tim. Tim just ahead of Lucas. That's the battle for the 2 spot right now. Alec back to the 4, followed by John, James, King, Patrick. 3:30 down, 2:30 left. Oh, Tim up on his lid. That's going to put Lucas up to the 2. 2:20 to go. A lot of 2s. Art 4 ahead of Lucas. Lucas 3.5 ahead of Alec. Alec 0.1 ahead of Tim. Yeah, just over 2 minutes left, drivers. Art, Lucas, Alec, Tim, John, your top 5.
2 minutes left.
Race leader making his way off the back straight into that first double. Down the ladder, into the rollers, through the chicane, around the martini glass, around the bend, through the chicane, and down the back straight. That was a lap of your leader, brought to you by Team Powers, the power you need. A little shameless plug for my sponsor. 1:30 to go, drivers. Art 3.7 up on Lucas. Lucas 2.6 ahead of Alec. Alec 0.7 ahead of Tim. Tim 5 ahead of John. John 0.7 ahead of James. James a lap up on Patrick. Patrick 9 ahead of King. We got just over a minute, guys.
1 minute left.
Art Cardinale 2 seconds up on Lucas. Lucas almost 2 seconds up on Alec. Alec 4.5 ahead of Tim. This time by Tim 3.5 ahead of James. 35 seconds left, drivers. Your race leader over the martini glass, around the bend, through the chicane, onto the back straight. 20 seconds remain. Got our B main race 3 up next. Five seconds to go.
Tim
And
Albert
time has expired. When you cross, you will be done.
AJ Cardinale done. Lucas Tchaiglowski done. John Milio done. Alec Painter done. Patrick Brill done. All drivers are finished.
All right.
James
So
Pollock
it's going to be
done.
Art and Lucas to the B main event. Podium for this one, Alec, Tim, and John. Alec, Tim, John, please grab your cars, head to the podium for a quick picture. All right, making our way into the B main event,
Race
race
is
number
complete.
3. Come on, computer.
Ryan R. Randall. Too Soon Jr.
All right, we got Ryan, Jeff, Kevin, Nelson, Julian, Mike, Art, and Lucas. Our B main event.
Julian Taylor. Lucas Tchaiglowski. Nelson B.
Tim to the podium.
Kevin Allen. AJ Cardinale.
All right, let's get all of our marshals out here. I got Patrick, got Tim, got Alec, I got King. Got John. Let's see. John, go help Patrick out, please. All right, lineup for this one is going to be Ryan on the 1, Jeff on the 2, Kevin 3, Nelson 4, Julian 5, Mike 6, Art 7, Lucas 8. Oh, hold on a sec. One second, guys. All right, we'll get Julian on the 5. Julian busting out the mod car. Just kidding. Or am I? We'll find out in less than 5. All right, we got Ryan Randall out front being shadowed by Jeff Miranda. Kevin right there in the 3 spot, followed by Nelson and Lucas. 30 seconds in. All right, 45 seconds in, 5:15 to go. Ryan R. Randall out front. Oh, trouble for Jeff. Careful with this double on the right, double on the right. Oh, careful up front, guys. Just past the chicane. That is clear. 105 down, 4:55 remains. Ryan Randall going 13-9. Backing it up with 14-3. So Ryan now 2.5 ahead of Kevin. Kevin 0.9 ahead of Nelson. Nelson 1.3 ahead of Lucas. Lucas 2.3 ahead of Art. Art 0.6 ahead of Jeff. Jeff 2.4 ahead of Julian. Julian 1 second ahead of Mike. Yeah, 4:25 to go. Long race ahead. This time by Ryan, 1.9 ahead of Kevin. Kevin just 0.8 ahead of Nelson. Got 150 down, 4:10 to go.
Four minutes left.
All right, 3:55 remains. Ryan, Kevin, Nelson, Lucas, Art, Julian, Mike, Jeff. All right, 3:40 left. Looks like Ryan and Kevin getting tangled up. Art on his lid. That's going to promote Nelson and Julian up 1 spot each. Got 3:25 to go. Right now, Kevin, Ryan, Nelson, Julian, Art, Lucas, Mike, and Jeff, your full order. Kevin just 0.2 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 1.8 ahead of Nelson. Nelson 0.8 ahead of Julian. Julian 0.8 ahead of Art. And Ryan getting it wrong in the chicane. Nelson makes his way by. 3 minutes down.
3 minutes left.
Careful getting onto the back straight. So Nelson falling back. That puts Ryan back into the transfer spot, but he's got Julian Taylor to contend with. Down the back straight they go. That's the most interesting battle at the moment. 2:35 to go. Oh. Ryan takes Temple King behind you. John's got it. So right now we got Kevin 6 seconds up on the battle for the 2 spot. That's going to be Julian, Lucas, Ryan, Nelson, and Mike. All going for that transfer spot. Got 2:05 remaining.
2
Kevin
minutes left.
5.9 ahead of Julian. Julian, let's see, 0.7 ahead of Lucas. Lucas 0.9 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 0.4 ahead of Nelson. Nelson 1.3 ahead of Mike. A minute 45 remaining here. All right, 4:25 down, a minute 35 to go. Starting to get to the short end of this race. A minute 25 remaining. Minute 20 to go. $1:10 to go, drivers. Kevin, 5.7 seconds out front, putting it in cruise control. Julian
1
holding
minute
down
left.
that second transfer. Let's see, split time between Julian and Lucas, 2.5 seconds. Lucas just 0.9 ahead of Nelson. Nelson 1.8 ahead of Mike. Mike 1.3 ahead of Ryan. 45 seconds remain, drivers. All right, 35 seconds left. Oh, trouble, double on the right, double on the right. 25 seconds left. $15 seconds. All right, 5 seconds to go.
Julian Taylor done. Lucas Cichigloski done. Leader done. AJ Cardinale done. Kevin Allen
All right,
done.
that'll be a race, guys.
Nelson
Making it
B.
to the
done.
A-main today.
All drivers are
Kevin
finished.
and
Ryan R.
Julian.
Randall done.
Your podium is going to be Lucas, Mike, and Nelson. All right, folks. Our
The race is
A-main event
completed.
is up next. Then after that, we got one more race, which will be truck.
Antonio Council. George Lynn. Gumpa. Rice Cakes. Julian Taylor. Kevin Allen. Jordan Rivera. Jump and land in.
All right, we got all cars checked in. I'm looking for turn marshals, guys. I should have Lucas, Mike, Nelson, Ryan, Art, and Jeff. All right, guys, grid for this one is going to be Antonio 1, George 2, Brian 3, Landon 4, Brian 5, Jordan 6, Kevin 7, Julian 8. Hey, can I get one more Marshall on the left? Okay, Lucas is on the way. Landon on the 4. There we go. All right, grid is good. Drivers, best of luck. We're going racing in less than 5. Here we go. This is stockified buggy. Wednesday nights are a run what you brung affair. It just so happens everyone brings two-wheel buggies. Oh, trouble for your leader. So that is going to put George Lynn to the top. Brian right behind him. Antonio in the 3, followed by Landon, Brian, Jordan, and Kevin, and Julian. All right, 40 seconds in. Right now it is George out front driving the orange ride. Antonio back to the 2. Brian in the 3, Landon 4. We're 1 minute down, 5 remaining. Oh, Antonio shadowing George, looking for an opportunity. Let's see if he can stay close enough when they get to the DRS zone. And yep, Antonio DRS engaged. All right, $1:15 down, 4:45 left. See it modified? The challenge is not going down the straightaway fast. It's doing the rest of the track fast. That's hard. All right, now Antonio Council getting it done. Out front. George in the 2, Brian's up to the 3, followed by Landon, Brian, Kevin, Julian, and Jordan. All right, we got 1:40 down. Bryant taking fast lap at a 12:08. All right, 1:50 down, 4:10 to go. Antonio, 0.8 up on George. George about 4 seconds ahead of Bryant. Bryant taking one heck of a tumble. 3:55 to go, drivers. Oh, good landing there, Jordan. Give you a 9 on that. All right, 2:25 down, 3:35 to go. Closest battle right now is going to be Brian versus Landon. Landon all over the back wing of Gross. Antonio going 13-0 that time by. He'll be coming up on some traffic here. Oh, trouble for your leader. Just prior to that, Antonio going 12-7. All right, we got 3 minutes down.
3 minutes left.
Closest battle right now still going to be Landon and Brian. They got Julian Taylor closing in. And second place will be coming up on them shortly. Second place is that orange ride. All right, 2:40 to go. Antonio, George, Bryant, Landon, Brian, Julian, Jordan, and Kevin. Your full running order. Got 3:30 down, 2:30 to go. All right, 2:20 remains, drivers. Antonio now 5 ahead of George. George 2 ahead of Bryant. Bryant 10 ahead of Brian. Brian 0.9 ahead of Landon. Mirafonte getting stuck the wrong way on the teeter-totter.
2 minutes left.
2 minutes to go. All right, last lap. Antonio going at 12.6. And Brian pulling aside. Okay, he's back in action. Whoa, that was cool. The Bryant line. Got a minute 40 to go. Whoa, Jordan with a tumble. Careful in the chicane up front. Looks like BG now up to the 3 spot. A minute 20 remains. Minute 15 to go. So Antonio now 9 seconds ahead of George. George 15 ahead of Brian. Brian 0.2 ahead of Bryant.
1 minute left.
Oh, Brian driving off the side of that mountain. $50 seconds left, drivers. It's Antonio, George, Brian, Landon, Brian, Julian, Jordan, Kevin, your full order. 40 seconds left, drivers. The closest battle still going to be Brian and Landon, just 1.6 apart. 30 seconds left. $20 seconds to go. Guys might get one more lap. 10 seconds. 5 seconds remain.
Antonio Council done. George Lynn done. Rice Cakes done. Goompa done. Jump and land and done. Jordan Rivera done.
Okay, that'll be a race,
All
guys.
drivers are finished.
Your podium tonight
Julian
is
Taylor
going to
done.
be Antonio, George, and Brian. The rest of the order, Brian, Landon, Julian, Jordan, and Kevin. All right, guys. Up next is Truck.
The race is completed.
All right, Truck is going to be Jordan, Landon, Brian, Patrick, Jeff, and James. Hey, John.
Patrick Brill.
Thank you.
Too Soon Jr. Jump and land N. James Colicchio. Ryan R. Randall.
All right, this is Truck.
Jordan Rivera.
So, Julian Taylor, who is right here beneath Tommy in scoring, just got himself a new 22 XT. You can do the same. We got him in stock. Also got T7s, so your choice of weaponry. Go for T7, you can go for 22 XT. They're both great trucks. You got an old B64 hanging around, you can turn that into a T64 pretty easily.
Rice Cakes.
All right, folks, let's set the grid. It is going to be Jordan on the 1 spot, Landon on the 2, Brian 3, Ryan 4, Patrick 5, Jeff 6, James 7. All right, grid is set. Drivers, best of luck. We are going racing in less than 5. All right, Jordan Rivera out front. Landon 2, Brian 3, followed by Ryan, Patrick, Jeff, and James. We got 25 seconds down. Leaders down the back straightaway. Top 3 trying to break away. All right, race leaders making their way around the right side of the course. 45 seconds in, 5:15 remains. Landon Kane out front now. BG in the 2, followed by Jordan. Jeff in the 4, followed by Ryan, Patrick, and James. 55 seconds in.
5 minutes left.
All right, fastest lap so far. Landon just going 14.3. Brian a 14.5. Jordan 14.7. Jeff 15.0. Ryan 15.0. Patrick 15.1. 4:45 to go, drivers. 14.3s out of both of our leaders here this time around. BG sniffing the tailgate of Landon Kane. Up and over, a leapfrog move. Now it's Landon checking out Brian's tailgate, and they switch spots again. So Landon, once again, your race leader. Wow, Jordan with the lucky landings today. BG upside down. Antonio getting there before Jordan does. Buck 45 down, 4:15 remains. Blue truck out front. Blue, orange, yellow in the 2. White, pink, and gray in the 3. All right, 4 minutes to go.
4 minutes left.
Landon 1.7 ahead of Brian. Brian 0.7 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 2.9 ahead of Jeff. Jeff 3.3 ahead of Ryan. Ryan 7 ahead of Patrick. Patrick 17 ahead of James. We got 3:45 to go, drivers. This is Stadium Truck. Closest battle right now going to be BG and JR. Those guys separated by 1.4 seconds. Got 3:25 remaining. All right, 3:15 to go. Landon, Brian, Jordan, your top 3. Landon currently with a 2-second lead. Brian 1.7 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 4 seconds ahead of Jeff. Jeff 4 seconds ahead of Ryan.
3 minutes left.
3 down, 3 to go. Halfway through. All right, 2:50 to go. Landon with the 14.3 that time around. BG a 14.5 that lap. Jordan a 15.4. Jeff going 15.0. All right, 2:35 remains. 2.5 minutes to go. So Landon still 2 seconds up on Brian. Brian 4 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 3.5 ahead of Jeff. Jeff 5 ahead of Ryan. 2:15 remains. Oh, Landon getting it wrong twice. That's going to put BG out front. The OG King of Stadium truck, Brian Gross. All right, 1:50 to go. Yeah, Brian was winning stadium truck races before Jovi had even started. 1:35 remaining. BG 1.2 ahead of Landon. Landon 3.5 ahead of Jordan. Jordan 4.9 ahead of Jeff. All right, 1:20 to go. 0.8 now the gap between your leaders. Step on it, Brian. All right, 4:55 down, 1:05 to go. Landon a 14-2 that time around.
1 minute left.
He's not trucking around. 55 seconds left. This time by gap to 0.9. BG pulling a little bit there. 45 seconds to go. Closest battle on track right now is for the race lead. Landon with a little pop top there. So gap now 1.2 between our top two trucks. Oh, Landon Oslid. So BG now has a bit of room to breathe. 20 seconds left. All right, 3 seconds now between your leaders. Landon 2.5 ahead of Jordan. 5 seconds to go.
Jordan Rivera done. Patrick Brill done. James Colicchio done. Ryan R. Randall done.
All right, they're making their way to the
Bryce
finish
Gates
here. One more
Soon
truck,
Jr.
and
done.
that will be a
All
race.
drivers are finished.
Whew,
Jump
wow,
in,
Landon
land,
going
and done.
14-0 at the end of that one, final lap. So it's going to be BG taking down the W. Landon 2 and Jordan will join them on the podium. Rest of the
race
order,
is
Jeff,
completed.
Ryan, Patrick, and James. All right, guys, thank you all for coming out tonight. Been a good night of racing. We're going to have another good night of racing this Friday, everybody. Be a second race of our Halloween series. Don't worry if you missed race 1. That could be your throwout if you make the rest of them. And also, we're doing heads-up starts on Fridays for this point series. Once again,